All right, we are back. I am Nigel Metal.
And I'm Dr. Kevin.
And we're here with Eden on Fire. And just so you guys know, we are doing a giveaway once again. We have the Eden on Fire CD that you can pick up. All you've got to do is text in. Did I say that right this time? Text in.
Yes, text
right?
in, yes.
Text in. I've got to look at the phone number. I don't even know my own phone number, right? 814-964-8869. Make sure you write that phone number down. And not only that, you get an Eden on Fire poster. I mean, look at this. Wouldn't you like this on your bedroom wall? I know I would.
Yes. And of course, their upcoming album release party, Friday, November 1st. You can bring the CD and the poster, and I'm sure our friends from Eden on Fire will gladly autograph it for you.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the recording process. So when you went into the studio to record, what was it? Was it harder than you thought it would be? Did the process take longer? Were you like, at some point in time, like, oh, can't we just, put out? What was the recording process like for you guys? What was it? You again, expectation versus reality, I guess.
I don't know if I went in with any preconceived expectations. I know the way we met Brian, which is the recording engineer for BFE Studios, we were doing a show downtown. He came up and said, "Hey, I want to record you guys." Sure. So we show up at his place, and it's a trailer in the middle of a field, literally in the middle of a field. And that's when I got to the point where I'm like, oh no, what did we walk into here?
I've seen this movie.
Right. So, we go walking in, and there's just gear everywhere, guitars, drums, microphones. We were in a great place, and Brian was a fantastic recording engineer, and it was so, I don't want to say it was easy, but he made it so much fun.
Excellent.
And it was a great experience.
Good deal. So but again, he had to lay down a lot of tracks and do them 2 or 3 times, or how's that all work when you're recording?
So for me, it was interesting because I had done recording in studios before in my past life. When I was a lot younger, I was in the Philadelphia region, and I had gone into RPM Studios. That doesn't exist anymore, but back in the day. And of course, we were poor musicians and we weren't big names. So you went into the studio and you paid by the hour, and you got an engineer who didn't know you from Adam, and you went in and they said, okay, here you go. You get one take, you get, down and dirty, and here's your mix as you walk out the door with a cassette.
Right.
So that's what I was used to. I'd been in some other studios down in that region too, and that's just basically how it went. You got in there, you got it done, you got out, and there's your mix. So for me, this was an amazing experience because not only does Brian track for us, he also helps engineer a little bit. So he helps actually us improve upon our songs. So we give him credit not just for the tracking, but also engineering some of the music, because he says, hey, how about if you guys try it this way, or add this backup vocal, or try
Right.
singing some oohs and ahs here and things like that. And the layers of vocals that I did was amazing. I never knew to do all that. I've never done that in the studio before. I would sing every single track on that album 4 times for just the main vocal, and then I would do it at least twice for each backup vocal. So I was singing a whole lot for every single one of the songs. So every single one of those songs was a full day of singing, pretty much.
Right.
So hours. And I think it was pretty much the same for you with guitars.
Yes. So when we went in there to do the main tracks, we did that in one weekend, I think. So we did all the main.
Yeah, we laid down 10 songs in 2 days.
In 2 days.
Wow.
And then you go in, you do vocals, and even the guitars, Brian will hear something I'm playing. He says, hey, why don't we put this on top of what you're already playing? So then again, with the vocals, you start layering guitars, and then, it just becomes this really great sounding mix, very professional sounding mix.
So, so there you are, you're in the studio, right? And how long had you guys been together before you went to the studio to record this album? Because I know that you two absolutely work a lot together, right?
Yes.
So how long were you together before you actually went into the studio to record, this album, by the way?
I have to go back and think about it. It wasn't terribly long. We cranked out a lot of tunes really quickly and within the first year. So, June 22nd was our first show. So that's when we had enough material to do this, plus a couple of extra songs. We had at least one extra song. Heartless Bitch was around by that time that we did not track.
Correct.
But it was so new, we didn't put it on the album. But we went in around October of 2022, and you came on board at the end of 2021, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember the date specifically. I know we were just beginning to start doing shows, and that's when we met Brian, so it couldn't have been very much time.
No. So, yeah, it was less than a year, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 months, something like that. But, yeah, to expand upon what he said about with Brian, we were at this show, and Brian came up to me and said, I want to record you guys. And I'm like, who is this crazy guy coming up and say? And I said, well, I said to him, well, I can't really, I don't know what I can afford. He's like, no, I want you to come over regardless, and I'm like, okay. So I'm going around other people that I know already in the scene, and I'm going, who is this guy? And they're like, no, if he wants to record you, you go record with him. And I'm like, okay. And then we show up to this situation that Rick explained.
Right,
so,
right.
But yeah, it was the best thing. And now we're like family with them. So
I really love the cover of this album. Let's talk about that.
yes.
Okay. Who designed this for you?
So Aaron Forsyth did this for us. He is amazing. I can't thank Aaron enough. We had somebody who had designed something else for us. I had asked him to do something for us, and we liked it, but it just wasn't quite fitting us enough. So Aaron offered to do this for us. Out of the goodness of his own heart, he designed that, and it's fabulous. He also did the posters for us, and he's just been a real big support to the band recently, so I can't thank him enough for that.
Okay. So now, like you said that you were going to have another guitar player that might be coming in for, the record release party, which, by the way, is November 1st, right?
Yes.
At Rathskeller's. It's 2306, I do believe, State Street.
If you say so. I do not remember addresses. It is on State Street.
That's close enough.
Google Map Rathskeller, you'll find it.
Yes,
we want you to
it's
be
the
there Friday,
Rathskeller
November
Cafe.
1st.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm not exactly Magellan anyway. But I did look up the address. I hope I got it right. But who else are you going to have there? You were talking about another guitar player that might show up, guest guitar player and all of that, and backup singer. And who are you thinking about? Who's going to be doing that?
The backup singer is a friend of ours, Susie D. She is also a female metal singer. Her band is Di Gregorio. She's actually a guitar player as well. She plays guitars and sings for her own band, Di Gregorio. She's out of the Pittsburgh region. So she's phenomenal. She's been coming to our rehearsals and working with us. We're going to do a duet as well on a song, which is a cover song that we're going to do. But so we're going to...
Which one?
We're going to do Hell is for Children, but we're going to duet on that.
Oh, that's going to be so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That right there, I'm like, goosebumps, let's go.
So in addition to playing our album, we're actually going to play our full set of songs. So we're going to play everything that we do.
Excellent.
That
Is it
evening.
additional, 5 or 6 songs now?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's 5 additional of our own, and then we have a couple of covers. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent. So I got to ask, what's when like growing up or whatever, like what band or what album or what live performance made you go, that I want to do that? What was not necessarily influences, but what was the one or maybe the band or something that made you go, yes, that's me? Ooh, trick question apparently.
Yeah.
There's so many. I agree. There's so many. Like if you had asked me what my favorite band is.
So for me, I started idolizing Pat Benatar at a young age because I was studying classical music as well as rock music. I liked that all. I was a musician. Ever since I was little, I was dabbling in something musically. And so I knew also was classically trained in opera, and she had the chops, and I just really respected her. So she's been my idol since I was really young. But it was also, Vixen and Heart. When all those bands came out, Heart was out before, but, I really started getting into all of them. But what really bit me was in high school. I had moved from one school to another, and in my junior year of high school, and I had gotten into the chorus, like the special chorus or whatever, and a couple of guys came over and sat down next to me after one of the classes and said, "Hey, want to be in our band?" And I was like, okay. And so, next thing I know, I'm in a rock band, and I was bitten by the bug at that point. I was like, yep, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is awesome. So I was the keyboard player, singer, it was a co-singing situation. The guys sang as well, but I was like a backup singer, and keyboard player for that band. And after that, you couldn't stop me.
What about you, Rick? I mean, was it you became a guitar player just for the chicks? Or was it, for the ladies? Or?
Well, I'm not going to admit that, but I'm sure. For me, some of the really early, like heavy music, like when Black Sabbath came out, that was so great listening to all that music. And then Judas Priest hit, and all those 80s guitar players. Right. George Lynch, Eddie Van Halen. I mean, you could name another dozen, and that's what hooked me.
All right.
Those great players of the 80s.
All right. Now, you guys said that you were going to play a song for us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, when we come back, they're going to Eden on Fire, all right? Amy and Rick are going to play a song off of their album right here, which you definitely want. Make sure you show up to the record release party. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back.